we go. Down, forward.
That is not.
Down is forward.
Wait, I gotta click that thing first.
Block is white. Hardware is software.
All right, so yeah, okay. As the continuation of Gen X role, I'm Gen X. I'm gonna prepare you guys for the death of baby boomers in probably a weird way. This is actually based on about a little bit more than 5 years of work on a couple different projects, investment type projects and things like that. So peak baby boomer death rate, US Census places at 2050, it's gonna be 4 million of them a year dying. It's gonna be incredibly hard on our country and medical system. I mean, COVID was what, 1.5? So it's gonna be some interesting times. But don't despair, it's capitalist glee time. Baby boomers own a lot of businesses, okay? And they're either gonna close or transition out. And the thing is that's really interesting is most business owners, especially small ones, suck at building replacements for themselves. Like really suck at it. Most children cannot run their parents' businesses. And so this means it's gonna be a really good time to buy companies, good companies, with limited cash. When you wanna buy the company in order to run the company in particular, not just for like assets, that's like a lot of what the thinking was in here. This is when you need to replace the owner as quickly as possible, especially. And so you can buy the company with seller financing. And a really interesting trick that you can do, and this varies from state to state on how this plays out, the owner can set up a trust with the owner's family being the one doing the seller financing. And so it really puts some interesting motivations in for the family to support that growth and get that going. Then, this is the part that can't be like easily managed and easily handled. It's the relationships, it's the critical asset. It's what keeps these companies alive and going, and it's mainly the relationships the owner has that the company depends on. And, you know, so you just make some introductions, right? Yeah, no, it really is not that freaking simple to do transfer of relationships. The analogy that I sort of landed on is business relationships are as straightforward as having one single family that embraces all of these. Polygamy, polyamory, cousin marriage, Democrats, Republicans, split household, and it's still also a husband and wife with 1.5 kids and 5 pets. 0.5 pets, sorry. So it's this fucking it really is complicated business relationships, right? Things are based on these old stories of when someone saved someone's ass here, that's why I trust them. Oh, I do business with them because I have to, but I actually don't trust them. Like these are all valid business relationships. So how do you price it in, right? Like that's sort of the question that we sort of like landed on with this. And so this is what I call the relationship transfer discount rate. So it's the total value of the relationship times the probability of relationship loss. And so this is an actual like anonymous real world example. A woman looking to buy several car dealerships from an owner has to sell very fast due to Parkinson's getting in the way. Both parties actually agree on a fair value, basically around 7 million. For the last 10 years though, the owner has done the vast majority of his business in a freaking strip club. Right? And so this is where they're doing like fleet negotiations, his top sales guys are getting bonused out, all these types of things. And so now we land here with what's the RTDR? 63%. $7 million transaction now discounted to 2.6 million just by analyzing the relationships. So we actually did dive into this. There was a whole analysis that we did, conversations, likelihood of transfer, all this element. So it's a pretty serious thing to sort of like actually get into and figure out. And so if you want a low form of an RTR relationship, you can connect with me on LinkedIn. But yeah, that's the talk.